Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so, oh boy. I'm not sure what to make of what's been going on in NASCAR lately. Haven't looked at the point standings. I've been watching well, I wasn't able to watch Pocono. I saw, like, the butt end of Pocono race. So, like, I don't remember if it was church again or the fact that it was pushed up by a couple. I don't remember. But basically, I only saw, like, the near end of the race and Denny Hamlin winning again, which, dude, this has to be Hamlin's year. Reddick is starting to fall just a little bit, but not by much. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of it. But seeing him... I'm trying to remember. Sorry, guys, but... It's the fact that, like... Jimmy John... Alright. No. My brain. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me start over. Essentially, Michigan happened. I forgot if I reviewed Michigan. I'm not going to check it out right now. Actually, I'm going to check it out as I'm speaking this. I doubt I checked. I doubt I reviewed Michigan. But Michigan was absolutely insane. Okay, I reviewed Nashville. I did not review Michigan. Might as well make this a double feature. You'll see in the title. Okay, I didn't think of what the title would be yet. So Michigan had quite the events going on. People blame Carson Hocevar for a restart. What happened or whatever. It's basically the inside lane did not get going on one of the restarts, and Hocevar, I guess, noticed this and decided to duck down, but he did it way too late and just sent John Nemechek up in the field. That's what it is. People are still hating on Hocevar, but at the end of the day, Hocevar is the only guy really making things interesting. Aside from Hamlin winning races, a bunch of races right now, Hocevar is the only other guy really making things that interesting. Chase Elliott, it was it wasn't from the restart. Yeah, but off a restart, it wasn't the one that Hocevar caused. It was off of Brad Keselowski's tire failure or something. I think Keselowski had some sort of failure. I forgot what happened. But essentially, going into turn 3, Chase Elliott and Christopher Bell side by side battling for second. I think it was either second or third they were battling for. Elliott was under Bell. Elliott kind of lost it a bit. Car got a bit loose, and went up into Bell. That shot Bell straight up into the outside wall in a really harsh angle. Like it was so hard that they actually had to red flag for the. It was so hard of an impact that they had to red flag it for a bit. They actually had to red flag the race for a bit just to fix the safety barrier because it was that much of an impact. They had to like replace whatever parts, whatever. And yeah, both drivers okay. I think they had a little like talk or whatever because they Elliott approached Bell. Elliott approached Bell. Don't know what he said, but to him, but I guess just making sure each of them are okay. No, I'm going off the top of my head here. Denny Hamlin led a bunch of laps in there, and it was interesting battle because Hamlin was just getting away with it, but there was a lot of battling between second and seventh. It looked like they were just going back and forth, back and forth. At some point, Hocevar had a charge to like second, and then fell down to like about 6, I think. Bubba Wallace finished third. John Nemechek second. And well, yeah, he still top 10 for Hocevar. So yeah, now that I think about it, Hocevar is really showing top 10 speed. Cause I think he's like in the top 10 in the point standings right now. It's hard to tell. And yeah, I know, guys. There's still going to be a points reset at the end of the season, but at least it's not. It doesn't feel as tainted as a win just locking them in. I mean, Hocevar seems to be in regardless, because remember, it's the 16. It's basically a weird merge. Right, this year's point system is a weird merge between the original chase format and the playoffs that NASCAR had been using, and well, that part only applies with the fact that there's still like 16 chase drivers. But at the end of the day, we already know like who's, even with the points reset, we know who's gonna do it. Like unless there's some weird anomaly, like 16th place catching fire, I just doubt it. Especially when, like, I don't know, like, I'm gonna leave that tangent for another time. Just know that Hamlin won the race. There was a bit of a scare near the end because with 2 laps to go, it showed they like split screen. So with 2 laps to go, they were split screen, showing Hamlin in the lead while Cindric and Briscoe were Austin Cindric and Chase Briscoe were battling. I forgot what they were battling for. I forgot what position they were battling for. Just know that Austin Cindric almost got a bit loose out of 4, and it looked like they were gonna. I swear, Cindric was gonna have a simple spin, a nothing simple spin, where nothing happened at all. Like such a nothing spin. I'm serious. Like a nothing spin that isn't worthy of caution. NASCAR would throw. I swear. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Briscoe just got a little bit loose out of 4. No harm, no foul. Like, yeah. Anyway, and Hamlin went on to win. Pretty cool to see. Pocono, like I said, I missed most of what happened. I just know throughout the Pocono weekend there were quite the crazy stuff that went down. I'll have to. I did see the highlights, but I just don't have much to say about Pocono. Sorry, something stuck in my throat. I'm somewhat eating while talking. Okay, Hamlin 3 in a row wins Pocono. I forgot by what margin, but Hamlin won Pocono. So at least there's that. Denny Hamlin, oh man, he's on a roll. And the thing is, Hamlin was already like riding around 2nd place before this little hot streak he's on right now. And the fact that Kyle Reddick got destroyed in that restart that where Hocevar caused the wreck. And that was just free points for Denny essentially. I don't know where Reddick finished at Pocono, but still a gap getting closed with Denny winning these races, especially when NASCAR apparently, because I don't pay attention to all the new off-season news that happen, but essentially, apparently NASCAR put more points, is giving out more points for the winner than they used to. So the disparity between first and second when it comes to points awarded is different, which I find a bit strange. I don't know. I'm just used to how things are usually, but like, thing is, that's like, look, I'll save this for another video. I'm not sure when I'll do it, but I'm gonna do a playoff tangent and what could have been prevented, this and that, all of that. I'm not sure when, but it's gonna be something I'm looking to do. I'm looking forward to do. But just to know, a little side tangent here. All NASCAR needs to do was just award more points to the winner. That's all they had to do for 2004 onwards if they wanted to fix the little issue. Because here's the thing. For anyone who doesn't know, then again, a lot of people who watch my stuff probably know, but for anyone who stumbles upon this and doesn't know, the playoffs or the chase, it was called the chase in this one. The chase started mainly because in 2003, Matt Kenseth won the championship, and he only won one race all year. I forgot which race it was, but he won one race in 2003. He was so good. He was so consistent throughout the season throughout the year that he clinched the championship one race early. Meanwhile, Ryan Newman won 8 races and wound up 7th in the standings. I could be wrong about it being 7th. Just know he was not top 5 in the standings. He was either 7th or 8th at the end of the season, but just to know he wasn't even top 5 in the standings, despite the 8 wins. Because the thing is, despite how fast Newman was, and Newman was really good at qualifying, by the way, I have to mention that. He really good at qualifying. He was winning races, but at the same time, he kept wrecking, like a lot. In fact, his wrecks throughout 2003 are the most infamous from that year. But I'm not gonna get into that. Just know that the thing is, like, I doubt awarding more points to the winner back then would have been the answer. But then again, it's a better answer than just reformatting the points, or how like the point system goes, like what 10 races ago or something like that. But whatever. Again, I'll save that tangent for another time because that's a whole thing that could take forever. I know a bunch of people have talked about it to death, but I feel like I have a unique way I could piece it together. But again, some other time. Yeah, not much else to say about that. This one. Okay, might as well, while I'm at it, right quick before any of you guys tune out. Gotta remember that NASCAR racing in San Diego this weekend. Naval Base? I think it's called Coronado. Which I think, actually, it's technically not a street course. It would be, if it's at an air base, what would you call it? A base track? Base course? Like, I don't know. Especially when Indy cars race the airports before. I don't know what they called it, though. Oh, whatever. I shouldn't think too much into it, but just know NASCAR, for the first time in forever, they're going to be racing an air base. Because it's actually been a while. NASCAR, apparently, I think NASCAR's first road course race ever was, what was it, Linden Airport? I could be wrong about what they called it. I just remember it was called Linden. That was the very first road course NASCAR ever raced. Very first road course race NASCAR ever raced at in like the 50s. Linden Airport, and there were Jaguar. It was won by a Jaguar because they allowed foreign cars into that race. So that was, anyway, that should be interesting to see. Unique paint schemes. Some of the paint schemes are really weird. Like, they're like, there's quite a few schemes that I've seen it on J-Ski's site already. Like, there's a bunch of NASCAR paint schemes that are kind of just, that got the look of like the airplane with like the bolts and everything, the panels, like that kind of design. I don't know how many cars are going to have that design throughout this weekend, but it's going to be weird to see. It's going to be interesting to see what these guys do with it. Oh yeah, another thing to mention, this is random, what happened at Pocono. Ryan Blaney drove a throwback to Ryan Newman's 2008 Daytona 500 car, which is a good scheme, and it's a really good throwback. It just feels really random to do it at Pocono, of all places. Assuming Newman's from Pennsylvania? Maybe that's the maybe? I actually don't know where Newman's from. But it just feels so random that they did a throwback to Ryan Newman's Daytona 500 winning paint scheme at Pocono. I really don't get to correlate. I don't know. I'm not complaining that much because it looks, Blaney's throwback looks really cool, next to perfect. If only they had this at Dark, but then again, I don't know. I'm not sure how much people would have cared about throwbacks anymore. Like, it's just, I don't know. People don't seem to care much anymore. In fact, scrolling through, Blaney didn't even do it. I don't think any of Penske did throwbacks this year, which is strange. Penske always has something to throw back to. They're one of the oldest teams in terms of like being a race organization, whether NASCAR or not. Which I think Penske started a team before NASCAR. I don't remember. I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah, base is gonna be interesting. I need to see I need to start looking at the iRacing render they've done because I think they've already done it. I gotta look at that, get a general idea of the track. I didn't do that for Chicago Street Course. I'm gonna do it for San Diego. See what it looks like. This should be pretty interesting. Or not. I don't know. We have to wait and see. But, yeah, thank you so much for watching this one. This is one of the shorter episodes of Event Station I've done. Or at least reviewing a race. But then again, it's because I don't have much to talk about. I saw quite a bit of Michigan, but I don't really have too much to say about it. And Pocono, like I said, I missed out. But it is what it is. Hopefully I can catch the air base race. I don't think I'm really busy this weekend. Nothing special in particular happened at church, from my church, as far as I know. Yeah, that's the thing. I missed some of these races because of just whatever was going on in my church. I'm just not able to get home in time. It is what it is, But yeah, that's it for now. More content coming soon. And more news on the future of certain content coming up soon. I'll explain that sometime later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Other than that, yeah, that's about it.